Hello students, hope all of you are fine. Today I am going to start the topic Wheatstone Bridge. Wheatstone Bridge, it is an electric circuit. It is named after physicist Sir Charles Wheatstone. Now why this word bridge is added? Because this electrical circuit, it consists of four resistors which are arranged such that a shape of bridge appear in that circuit. So first, in order to discuss a Wheatstone bridge principle, I will draw the electrical circuit. So these are the four resistors. Let it be P, Q, R, S, and here galvanometer is attached. The whole circuit is connected to a source of EMF E. So this is circuit diagram for this Wheatstone bridge. So it consists of four resistors, out of which these two resistors are standard resistors, means their value is known. One resistor is variable and one is unknown. So this Wheatstone bridge, it is used for finding the value of unknown resistance. So for variable resistance, I draw this symbol. So here this is variable resistor and this is unknown. Now how to find the value of this unknown resistor? So there is a principle given by physicist Wheatstone. It says that if the four resistors P, Q, R, S, out of which P and Q are standard resistors, R is variable and S is unknown, are arranged such that for certain value of R, when this galvanometer shows no deflection, this bridge is said to be balanced, and when the bridge is balanced, in that case, when bridge is balanced, in that case P over Q is equal to R over S. This bridge is said to be balanced when this galvanometer shows no deflection. Actually, when we apply EMF across this circuit, for a certain value of P, Q, R and S, this galvanometer may show deflection. We adjust the value of R such that for particular value of R, there will not be any flow of current through this galvanometer. In that state, bridge is said to be balanced. And if this bridge is balanced, in that case, the ratio of these resistors is same as that of ratio of these, means P over Q is equal to R over S. So here P and Q, they are known, R is variable. When we fix its value, it will also become known, and this S is unknown. So we can find the value of S from this relation. Now we will prove this Wheatstone bridge principle using Kirchhoff's law, which we have discussed in last class. So let us prove this Wheatstone bridge principle. So let I be the current flowing from this source of EMF. Let current through this branch be I1, through this branch I2. Let current through the galvanometer be Ig. Now current here, I1 is incoming current and Ig is outgoing. So current is in this branch will be I1 minus Ig. here Ig is moving toward this junction, I2 is also moving toward this junction. So current through this branch is I2 plus Ig. You can see here current through this branch should be equal to I. This is the outgoing current, so here incoming current should also be I. So I1 minus Ig plus I2 plus I. This is equal to I1 plus I2, that is equal to I. So here it is I. Now we will prove this balanced state of bridge using Kirchhoff's rules. So let I name this junction as A, B, we can name capital letters A, B, C, D. So I consider in loop A, B, D, A. Here this capital G is the resistance of the galvanometer. So in loop ABDA by Kirchhoff's second law, we can write P into I1 plus Ig into G minus I2 into R is equal to 0. Let this equation be number 1. Again we will apply the Kirchhoff's second law in loop BCDB. In loop BCDB, I1 minus Ig into Q minus I2 plus Ig into S, because we are traveling through this side, so this potential drop across Q is taken as positive, but here decimal current is toward this side and we are moving toward this side, so potential drop across this should be negative, so I have taken it as negative. Similarly here minus Ig into G is equal to 0. So let this be equation number 2. Now as I said, these two resistors are of fixed resistance, this is unknown, and we go on changing the value of R till this galvanometer shows no deflection. So let R be any particular value for which this galvanometer shows no deflection, then current through this galvanometer will be 0, means Ig is equal to 0, and in that case we say that bridge is balanced. So in balanced state, Ig is equal to 0. In that case equation 1 and 2 implies, so when Ig is equal to 0, equation 1 implies Pi1, here it becomes 0, so this term will be 0, minus I2 R is equal to 0, or this implies Pi1 is equal to R into I2. Similarly, we will put this Ig equal to 0 in this equation, second equation. So this is equal to 0, 0, 0. So second implies I1 into Q minus I2 into S equal to 0. or this implies I1Q is equal to I2 into S, that it will be 4. Now if we divide equation 3 by 4, we will get 3 divided by 4 implies Pi1 over I1Q is equal to Ri2 divided by I2S. So this implies P over Q is equal to R over S. So this is the proof of Wheatstone bridge. Means when bridge is balanced, then P over Q is equal to R over S. Now from this we can write the value of S. So this implies S is equal to R over Q into, S is equal to R by P into Q. So in this way, using this Wheatstone bridge principle, we can find the value of unknown resistance. S is unknown. This is unknown resistance. So the value of unknown resistance can be determined using this Wheatstone bridge principle. Now you may ask, why in balanced state this galvanometer do not show any deflection? Actually, for particular value of P, Q, R and S, the potential at point B and D, it become same. So when potential at V and D is same, means there will not be any potential difference between point B and D. So there will not be any flow of current through this branch, and in that case we say that bridge is balanced. So in this way, Wheatstone bridge principle is used for finding the unknown resistance, and this is more sensitive when the values of P, Q, R and S, they are comparable. Second case, this Wheatstone bridge, it is better method for finding unknown resistance because it works on null method. So means this null method means there will not be any flow of current through this galvanometer. Means it do not withdraw any current. So resistance of the galvanometer, it will not contribute in the measurement of this S. Also the internal resistance of this cell, it will also not contribute in this the value of S. So that's why it is ideal method of measurement of this unknown resistance. The practical form of Wheatstone bridge is meter bridge. We will discuss that in next class. So I will solve some simple numerical based on this Wheatstone bridge. For example, if you are having some question based on this Wheatstone bridge, let there be 5 resistors arranged in this manner. Let this be 4 ohm, 8 ohm, let this is 12 ohm, and this is 24 ohm, and that is resistor be 5 ohm, and these are connected to some source of EMF. Let it be 100 volt, and you are asked to find the value of this I. Question is find value of I in the network shown. Now in such questions you can see the shape of this network is same as that of this Bridgestone bridge, and if we see the ratio of these resistors or ratio of these resistors here, as I said, when the bridge is balanced, in that case current through this branch is 0. So here 4 by 8 is equal to 1 by 2, 12 by 24 is equal to 1 by 2. Means this is the case of balanced Bridgestone bridge. So here 4 by 8 is equal to 12 by 24, means 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. So bridge is balanced. So when bridge is balanced, so current through this branch will be 0. There will not be any flow of current. We have to get total current. Let here current be I1, here current is I2. So as this bridge is balanced, so there will not be any flow of current. So let here current be I3, but that is equal to 0. And when current through this branch is 0, so this 5 ohm resistance will not contribute toward the total resistance of the circuit. So when bridge is balanced, in that case the circuit will become like this. So you can see these resistors 4 ohm, 8 ohm, 12 ohm, 24 ohm. So when this resistor will not contribute to our total resistance, so these two resistors are in series, these two are in series, and then the combination of these two and these two, they are parallel with each other. So circuit will become like this. Here it is 12 ohm and this is 36 ohm. This is 100 ohm. So we can find the total resistance. These two are in parallel. So if R be the equivalent resistance, then 1 by R is equal to 1 by 12 plus 1 by 36. So that is equal to 36 is LCM. 3 plus 1 is 4 by 36 equal to 1 by 9. So net resistance is, equivalent resistance of the circuit will become 9 ohm. Here I want to clarify one thing. In case of balanced state, if we interchange this battery and galvanometer, then the balance point that will not be affected. Means in case of balanced state, the interchange of galvanometer and battery do not affect the balanced point. So here the net resistance of this circuit will become 1 by R is equal to 1 by 9. This implies R is equal to 9 ohm. So from this we can find the total current flowing through the circuit. So if here I is total current, so I is equal to V by R, that is equal to 100 by 9 ampere. So this is the total current. We can also calculate the value of I1 and I2. because these two are parallel with each other and they are also, so potential drop across these two should be equal to 100 volt. So we can write I1 is equal to I1 is equal to 100 by 12 ampere and I2 is equal to 100 over 36 ampere. You can also check the sum of these two should be equal to 100 by 9. So here 100 by 12, 100 by 36. So if we add these two, then LCM is 36. So here 300 plus 100, 400 by 36. So that is equal to 100 by 9. So this is the method of checking the answers when you solve numericals, because this I should be equal to I1 plus I2. So in this way, in case of a circuit where Bristol bridge is formed and if the bridge is balanced, in that case we do not consider this resistor into consideration when we calculate total resistance. So we can find the value of total current as well as current in the individual branches. So this is about the Bristol bridge and its application. We will also discuss its application in next class, that is meter bridge. So you can solve more numericals based on this Bristol bridge principle. So with this I stop for today. I wish that you stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.